good. Be stronger and good. Be kind. Be stronger and good. Understand and believe that strength is a miracle. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, guys. Welcome again to the Bukala Kadri channel. I know, yes, I know it's been a long time. I haven't recorded in a very long time. Okay, excuse me and Shudugung. um, Now I'm here, right? I'm here and I'm back and better. And by God's grace, more consistent this year. I have a lot of things I want to, post about, create content around. And yeah, welcome to the year 2024. And like I said, welcome to the Bukola Kadri channel. My name is Bukola Kadri, and I film about Germany, faith, life, design, and if that's the kind of content you're looking for, then you are in the right place. Please do not forget to subscribe, click the like button, and also share. Also, if you put a comment, it will also help the content get across to more people. So, today, what I want to talk about is 5 things that I learned in 2023. I mean, it's been 2023 was a beautiful year. And like I always say at the beginning of every year, I say 2024 was a great year also. It means that, before the year starts, I am already declaring that my year was a great year and that my experiences will be a great experience. So I'm just saying that in the past so that I have already decided with my words what my year looks like. So let's get right into it. The first thing I think I learned, I don't know at what particular point I learned these things though, but I would say that the first thing I want to talk about that I learned in 2023 is the power of relationships. I know relationships it's such a cliche and it's such a good thing as well, where people talk about building relationships, having relationships, and all that and all that. I want to tell you also that it's really, really important because guess what? We're in this world. We are not alone in this world. We are meant to actually have relationships and build relationships. We're not meant to do life alone. And aside the fact that, oh, you have friends when things are not so, when things are tough or when during challenges, to be honest, you also need people to celebrate with you. You need people when you are celebrating, not only when things are bad. Okay, when there are challenges, very good. You actually need people to be able to lean on. You need to have people to be able to lean on that will hold you, that you can be accountable to. But also, you need to have people you can celebrate with. And for me, especially because I think I am an introvert. I am getting better at relationships. So I guess I'm saying this also so that you can know that regardless of whatever what's the word, personality you may think you have, introvert, extrovert, ambivert, all the verts, you can have and build relationships. And one more thing I like to say about relationships is that regardless of your personality, you can actually approach people, talk to people, the power of small talks. you know I listened to a particular man of God, and he always talks about, when the Holy Spirit inspires you to do something, maybe when you say it, if you don't have the ability to create or, just start small talks, you may never know it. You might discover that it is in when you are having these small talks that you get an answer to something you've been thinking of for a long time, or you get an idea for something, so you see, having small talks is never actually a waste of time. It's really important. You can take your time, whatever um, personality you are, but it is really important. And it's just beautiful to see people celebrate together, pray and hold each other up, help each other up, do business together. Relationships are really important. And I'm saying this as one of the things that I learned in 2023 because I just had I have friends who are like just my small circle and I still have them. But then I've also learned how to expand, how to, be open to more people. I never hated people, anyways. But I'm just saying, I'm now more open to more people. I've learned how to be more open to more people, to be more accommodating. And I think, it's beautiful when you see children of God in different shades and forms and sizes. It's always amusing when I see people in different forms. I smile a lot when I meet people, because I see how different people act, relate, how different people react to things. And you know what? We're all, God created us all. And it's so beautiful to see the different shapes and shades and sizes of, God's people. And that amuses me a lot to see that, oh, the way person A would react to something is different from how person B would react to something. And it's really amazing. Can be funny, but it's really beautiful and amusing to see. So in 2024, you might want, if you're not already doing that, to learn to build relationships. Relationships, very key. Another important part of building relationships is nurturing relationships. You see, relationships are not a one-sided thing. It's definitely um a two-sided thing. If I mean, I saw something on Instagram just this morning that if, when you stop calling somebody and you don't get a response, and nobody, it's not verbatim now, but it's kind of like when you've been the one always reaching out, and when you stop, there's no response, then it was only you that was in that relationship. It was only you. We can say this to, romantic relationships as well, where people think they're in the relationship, but they are not. They are the only ones in that relationship. But anyways, I digress. So it's important to nurture relationships, okay? And I think that everybody can be beneficial to each other. So I'm not saying we should nurture relationships simply because of what we would get. I mean, we're children of God, right? So we should also learn to sow good seeds by being kind, being nice, being hospitable, and all that. But it's also really important where we nurture relationships. If somebody gives to you, also give back to the person. You don't have to be best of friends, but being kind, just being kind goes a long way. And I'm going to talk about that, much more later. It goes a long way. Being hospitable, you think about this person, you buy them a gift, you nurture these relationships, call them, check on them. Simple things. You don't have to be best of friends, like I said, but just being a good person towards another. Let people experience the goodness of God through you, basically. So nurture your relationships. That's another thing I wanted to say about relationships. The second thing I learned in 2023, and this is not something new, but then it came out stronger for me last year. And it is this: to say what I mean and to mean what I say, to basically to be clear in my communication. Um, I think last year I learned a lot that, if you're not clear enough, if you're not clear enough, it's possible that people misunderstand what you say, and not even in a bad way. Okay, it could be for positively, and it could be positively, and it could be negatively. So if you don't want people to misunderstand, I mean, to take another meaning from what you are saying, if you are not clear in your speech or in your communication, then people might misunderstand, and you do not want that, because what they misunderstand can go a long way, and it might take a long time before you correct the impressions that have been created in these things that you might have said. So in 2024, I think for me, and I'm saying to you as well, anything you are not um you want to say, or that you want to express, I think we should take just a minute or a second to process it, and think about it. What would people think? You might even be clear enough, but because of your crowd or your audience, or you might even, because of the person you are talking to, you have to check who you are talking to. How would they take this? How would they understand this? Would you be able to explain the intricacies? Would you be able to explain details? We need to consider all these things, and then be able to. And guess what? Guess what? If you are not sure, or you're not sure of all these things I just said, where you have to talk about details and all that, if you don't have to, please just keep quiet. Because keeping quiet will save you a lot, a lot, a lot. You might think you're joking, you might think you're serious, you might think, oh, you just I just want to contribute. Please don't just contribute, okay? Don't just contribute. Check your audience, check the person you're talking to, check the area you're in, check. And I think this also goes for action. If it is something that it's possible that another understanding may be derived from what you are saying, then it's better that you clear the air. Clear it. This is what I mean, this is not what I mean, you know. And then think about the details before you know, with the wisdom of God, on how to present whatever you are talking about. So that's the second thing. And even in 2024, I will be doing more of this. Okay. So I like for this to be really fast because I still want to create something else today. So the third lesson, and I think these lessons have to do with relationships and with people and with, yeah. So in my I'll think of a better title. Okay, so another thing that I learned in 2023 is to be stronger in good. Hmm. I learned this from my husband. And I think some of the things also that I'm talking about today, I learned it from him. The guy is very wise. Okay, so to be stronger in good, I mean, obviously, I don't mean it literally, but understand your values. That's what I'm trying to talk about. And be stronger in what you believe in. Be stronger and consistent in what you believe and in your belief and value systems. So, this good does not necessarily mean in the expression, expression of what you do, but it doesn't only mean, oh, being nice. You know, as someone once told me, nice is not a fruit of the spirit. If you have a value, for instance, you speak the truth always, that's a good value, right? It's good. But because of peer pressure, the community you're in, the people you're talking to, the crowd you're in, maybe school, your classmates, and there's a conversation, you know, you might want to drop that value, that good that you have for the moment, and say, okay, let me just feel among in the euphoria of the moment and just try to then, you know, change something. Whereas your value is to always speak the truth. In that moment, you might have been weak in your good. That's what I mean by be stronger and good. Be stronger in your value systems. If you are a truth sayer, if you are somebody who doesn't go to clubs, I'm just using these simple things as because there are things that we can easily relate to. If you are somebody who, for instance, doesn't say some particular things, because you are in a crowd does not now give you the liberty to now say it. If you have decided that these are the kind of values or this is who you are, then stick with it no matter what, no matter where, and no matter with who. No matter, no, it doesn't matter the reason. don't don't have a reason to change. I know God has to give us wisdom to be able to know when and how to act in different places at different times at different situations. But then I'm sure that God in fact inspired us to have these great value systems, and we shouldn't change because of whatever circumstances around us. So with people, with places, with wherever we are, it happens with people who come from Africa, come to another land, and then we change. Whatever it is, because your values are who you are, whatever it is that are your values, stick with it, regardless of the situation. Do not change for anybody. And that's what guy in good. Be stronger in good, regardless of who or where you are, you who you're with, whatever the situation or circumstance is. Be stronger in good. Stick with your value systems no matter what. Understand your value systems. So it's also important to understand why you are doing what you are doing. Don't say, oh, because being truthful or loyal is a good thing, then I want to. You need to understand the meaning of loyalty. You need to understand the meaning of truthfulness. You need to understand the meaning of being good. What are your values? Define them. Know why you are doing. Oh, why are you a Christian? Why am I a Christian? Why am I a Christian in this land at this particular time? These are the questions that we should ask ourselves. This will also help us to be consistent in what we are doing. So the consistency is also important. Wherever, whenever, whatever situation we should be stronger and consistent in doing good and in our belief systems. So be stronger and good. Another thing I learned in 2023 is that strength is a miracle. This was a personal learning for me. I mean, it was a particular period in 2023 that I learned this. I learned this. Somebody had said it to to me and to a group of us, and I heard it, and I'm like, oh wow, interesting. It was such a beautiful revelation to hear. But then it also became very practical in my life. Strength is a miracle. Emotional strength, physical strength. I experienced those things. This is me coming from, somewhere where, this is me coming from a place where I would only do the barest minimum. Oh, this is what I can do, and that is it. And that's also very valid. But then I got to a place where I needed to show strength. And I did not have any more strength physically and even emotionally. I did not have any more strength. And I prayed, I said, God, I learned that strength is a miracle. I need and see, I got the miracle. I got strength as a miracle. Just, all I needed to do was to say the prayer. And I'm saying to you also, all you need to do is to say the prayer and experience that strength as a miracle. Physical strength, especially where you think, oh, you have gotten to the end of your strength of yourself. God can impart strength into us such that we'll be able to move on. We'll be able to continue being strong and being there for even our friends and family. So that's the fourth thing I learned. And finally, I think I want to talk about being kind, and this links to the second or third point. Being kind. Being kind in situations where it is not easy to be kind. Being kind regardless of what the situation is. Being kind even when you experience unkindness. Yeah, when you experience unkindness, your decision to keep staying and being kind no matter what the situation, being kind in unpleasant situations, being kind in pleasant situations, you know aside the fact that we experience, maybe unkindness or unpleasant things with different people, it's easier for us to say, you know what, whether the person is kind or not, I'm going to be kind. Sometimes it might be easy, but what if the person is kind? What if the person is kind to you? Will you just relax and say, oh, this person is already kind, then I move on? Oh, it doesn't matter, this person is already the kind person, I don't need to be the bigger person, he's already being the bigger person, then it's fine. It's also important for you to reciprocate. Don't just also take advantage of somebody's kindness. Being kind in unpleasant and pleasant situations, regardless of what the experiences are. This your decision to be kind, to be a good person, no matter what the situation is. So be kind, be good, be stronger and good. Be kind, be stronger and good. Understand and believe that strength is a miracle. Verse knock. Say what you mean. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Be clear in your conversations. Be clear in your conversation, in your communication. And then the power of relationships. Build that relationship. Go an extra length. Talk to that person. Create small talks. It's very beautiful to relate with God's children all over the world. Praise the Lord. Oh, I just said it. Okay, so these are the 5 things that I learned in 2023. I hope that you have learned as well. And I trust that, these lessons, I hope that they help you even in 2024. So that's all I have to say. Have a great evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Choose. Also, please do not forget to like, share. Somebody might just need this. Share, subscribe, comment, put a comment, and also, yeah, click the like button, subscribe, share. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Choose.